Hey guys, my name is Mark Stewart. I do the content here at EDC, and even though I use this kit almost daily, I just wanted to do a video for you guys to show you how ridiculously fast the kit is start to finish. I've talked about that in our content, but I wanted you to see it firsthand. This is going to be a completely cold open. I haven't done any preparation to the kit or anything like that. I mean, I do use it a lot, so I'm very familiar with it, but we're gonna time it on a stopwatch on my phone and see exactly how long it takes me from having the kit right here on the table until I'm sipping hot coffee or waiting to sip hot coffee. There's a 5-minute steep time for the beans, so I'm not gonna count that as part of the overall process. I'll just add it to the total time for the time to sip. But here we go. Going to go ahead and open up my timer. Or my stopwatch rather. And bam. We're running. I'm not going to totally just rush through this because I just want to see, I want you to see how it doesn't take that long to get everything up and going until you're actually ready to be sipping some hot, delicious, hand-roasted, hand-selected, 100% organic coffee beans. Now that the water is going to be boiling, this part is the deceptively fast part of the brewing process. I'm going to be doing double edge, which is our darkest roast. It's also my personal favorite. Man, it smells so good. And a lot of times the first inclination is to think that, oh, I got a minute, or, you know, maybe more than a minute while my water boils, but you're about to see, or gets close to boiling, and you just don't have as much time as you think you do with this kit because it is legitimately fast as lightning. I'm using the stainless steel grinder, and I've used many handheld grinders over the years. I wouldn't exactly call myself a subject matter expert, but I've used several, and this one is so fast and reliable. It works great. And you're about to see, because I can feel it, I'm almost done. Last couple of turns by little chunks in there, bam. That's done. There's my coffee right in here. Oh, and look at that. I'm almost... Each one of our coffee packs comes with brewing instructions right here on the package, so you can see what's going on. And this one has a 205 or a 205 degrees for 5-minute steep time. There we are. I'm boiling. So before, it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Water's boiled. Coffee's in. I'll give it a little stir with my thermometer. Bam. So you're looking at, sorry, I keep getting too close. So you're looking at roughly 8 minutes from the very beginning until the time that you can pour it in your cup, because I'm adding 5 minutes to the time so we can steep. So I had everything in there, even though I was kind of messing around with you guys and kind of narrating and showing a couple things through the process, right at just under 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So right around like 3:08, 3:09 time frame. And then I'm going to let this count up to 8 minutes and 9 seconds. And then I'll use the French press portion of the kit, and I'm going to have some delicious coffee. Prepare to get jealous. And I'm gonna go ahead and stage everything right here with the kit so that it's ready to pack right back up once I clean everything out of the French press slash stove assembly of the kit. Okay, I want to talk about a couple more things real quick while we're waiting on that coffee to get all the way done. I'm going to be using my medium size. So this is the 4-cup tumbler set that comes with the kit. It's available in orange or black. Branded right here, also made by Yeti, nice and high quality. These are great. This is I keep these in the kit all the time because I like to be an evangelist for the brand, because besides working for EDC Coffee and Tea, I'm actually a genuine fan. I loved the product before Dom hired me. So, and what I wanted to show you about this is that the medium-sized tumbler and the stack of cups is pretty similar size. So you can put this in your kit if you know you're going to be doing solo stuff and you just want one cup that you can do everything. A lot of times when I'm out and about, I'll do that to kind of save space and bulk. So I have something that got a lid in it that I can use for all kinds of different liquids, not just for coffee and tea. And you can put that in your kit if you want. And I'm also going to talk a little bit more about the instructions that are on every bag. We have some other content where Dom has talked about some of that stuff, but we have 10 more seconds until the coffee is done. But as you can see right here, you can see the brewing instructions along with temperature, how many times that you can do it, etc., is listed right here on each magnetically closed for freshness bag of coffee and tea. Love that design. And one last tip. All the kits come with this rubberized lid. This, the round cylinder part of the kit assembly will go through that lid, and then you can pour it through these holes. There's nothing wrong with using it that way. It's kind of funny, Dom and I were both talking, we don't use it that way. I just use just the grate here. And now it's time for this coffee to be made, like ready to drink it now. It's done. Oh man. So good. I don't know if you can see anything on this wide angle, but I have plenty of other content showing you. So I'll just basically put the little strainer in there that makes it into a French press, and I'm just going to press it down ever slowly. Going to watch that nice, satisfying, dark, just decadently smelling coffee seeping through the top of that completely stainless steel press assembly. And bam, there we go. Coffee is ready. Maybe not try and pour in the hot coffee at home. I'm an independent contractor, so I don't get workman's comp, but here it is. Delicious coffee right here, anytime, anywhere. EDC Coffee and Tea. Oh, and one more hot take. I just killed the camera, but you can see this, 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I was done with all of my spiel about the coffee and tea, and I'm literally drinking a delicious cup of organic, hand-selected coffee right here in the park, anytime, anywhere. 10.5 minutes. By the time. All right, now that we have fresh, delicious coffee to start the work here, you might be asking yourself, there's no water around unless it starts raining right now, and my drinking water, which I don't really want to sacrifice my drinking water to clean the kit that I just used. How do you get it clean? I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. Each kit comes with its own cleaning cloth, branded, highly absorbent, and it's really good. I have not washed this since I got the kit, which is probably kind of gross, but I've had it in my kit continuously since before the start of the year. And like I said, I use this kit constantly, and it shakes off really well. It does have a little bit of a fine coffee dust type showing a little bit of that material on here, but I don't mind a little bit of coffee in my stuff. It just smells nice. So we're going to use that to clean off the kit, or the stove assembly. So first thing, I'm going to remove the French press assembly, and then I'm going to dump the coffee grind. So still pretty dirty in there. Now, honestly, when I first started using this kit, this was kind of the hardest part to keep clean and kind of, you know, reset it every time, because coffee wants to stick into all these little coffee beans and the grinds and stuff. They stick into all these little cracks and stuff, and as long as it's wet, it doesn't want to get out of there. But all you have to do is take the top, spin this off, you pull off the rigid steel piece with the spring around the edges. Next is the stainless steel screen, and then the plate on the bottom. And as you can see, there's a bunch of material, coffee grinds jammed up in there. So I'm just going to wipe all this down with my coffee cloth. All right, good. And then here's the special power of the cloth. Gets it nice and clean. It's dry enough to flick all those larger pieces of grind off of there once it gets dry. And that's why this system works so well. So even if you're in an arid environment, where water is a premium and you can't afford to be wasting water on rinsing out old coffee grinds, this works really good. As you can see, it's pretty clean. And it'll only get more clean as it dries, because the moisture is what's causing it to stick. So that's pretty clean. I got the bottom part clean. This is already pretty clean, but I'm going to wipe it down one more time anyways. And then, bam, ready to put back together. So you got this plate goes on the very bottom. Next is your stainless steel screen, and then it's your support plate with your spring-loaded sealing ring. And then this also comes into two pieces, but I don't see any reason to take it apart, because you have this threaded long piece that becomes the stem of the press assembly, and then you have a round hand-tight threaded fastener here to hold everything together. So what I like to do is I just basically screw this all the way in until it stops. So I have a little bit of thread sticking up. So I know that what that's going to do is when this contacts the bottom, it's going to press everything together nice and tight. Spin it back on, and bam. And you can see, if you ever use a French press before, most of them use this same design. And sometimes they get, you know, like wonky and loose. That's this piece backing off. That will make this a little wonky and loose. And I like to kind of snug mine down nice, and that lets me know that it's nice and secure. And this is one solid piece now. And then I'll give this another shake. Back to the stove assembly. We've still got a bunch of dirty grinds in there. So I'm gonna tip it upside down and just kind of wipe it out and shake. And look at that. This kit is mostly clean. I'm going to give a couple of violent pops to the cloth, the cleaning cloth, and get all those big pieces of grind off of there, which they are off of there. And so this thing, I mean, maybe if you rubbed it against a light colored, you know, like a white t-shirt or something like that, you'd probably get a coffee smudge on it. But for all other intents and purposes, it's clean, because it's just basically a little bit of coffee residue and fine coffee particulate left over from the cleaning process, and that's it. And this will dry in the kit as long as it's not soaking wet. I haven't had any problems with mold or anything like that. Also, obviously, if you're operating in an arid environment where it's low humidity, it's going to be even more so the case. So I tipped the fuel canister upside down so that the concave side of it can't crush or bend the electrode that, you know, it's the one that when it makes this sound. and that's how the burner ignites. So you don't want to like push something on there so it bends it and makes it not work right. So I shield it from any kind of mechanical force by putting my fuel canister over top of it. And I don't want this rubbing up against the inside of my stove assembly, scratching up the inside of the stove, you know, what touches my food. I don't want it being scraped up, and I also don't want it to be loud and clanking around. So once you get it like that, I just push it in here. Fits perfect. It's like it was designed that way. Thank you, Dom. Put that in half there. Take the tumbler set, or if you wanted to use, like I said, the medium tumbler, if you were operating solo, goes in there. And then I'll take the grinder assembly, and that'll just go right there beside it. You've seen me handle it like this a bunch. You could take the lid assembly. I keep it in here just because I haven't taken it out, but honestly I've never even used it. Maybe I will sometime before too long. And I just put that in one side. You can put it on top of the stove assembly like that. It fits fine. Depending on how much crap that you're putting in here, a lot of times you can just throw the press assembly right here like this. But if you're starting to really kind of pack a lot of stuff into the kit, you can always take that stem off to make it flat, and it'll fit stuff a little bit more easily. But I don't have that much stuff. It still fits just fine. And then I'm going to take my reload packages, which are really cool. Like I said, they got magnet close on each one, so that keeps them closed automatically, and then has complete brewing instructions and what's in each one. So I got some single edge here. I got some Trainer, which is our decaf blend, because I make coffee a lot and I can't always take all that extra caffeine. Double edge, my personal favorite. That's what we're drinking here. And then a couple of caffeine-free tea options that are my personal favorites: Peppermint Patty and Experiment. Experiment is my all-time favorite tea, bar none. I can't even compare any other tea that I've had to it. It's great as an iced tea. It's great as a coffee. I mean, as a coffee. It's great as a cocktail, or a mocktail, I guess, rather. It's so good. And you can have it anytime, hot or cold. It's delicious. So refreshing. And the Peppermint Patty is another really good tea. I like this one a little bit more for cool weather and hot drinking, but I haven't tried it iced yet. It might be really good. Fold all that back up in the kit. Bam. Ready to deploy anytime, anywhere. EDC Coffee and Tea. EDCbrew.com. Go over there and check it out. Get yourself a kit. I promise you won't be sad that you did.